doesn't love a good mystery? The fact is, you don't need to rely on books and movies to find a good one. All you need to do is look back at human history because there are a lot of good ones to find, especially number 1 on this list, so stay tuned for that one. Here are the 10 biggest riddles of the world. Number 10. The wow signal. One summer night in 1977, Jerry Ehman, a volunteer for SETI, or the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, may have become the very first man ever to receive an intentional message from an alien world. Ehman was scanning radio waves from deep space. He was hoping to randomly come across a signal that bore the hallmarks of one that might be sent by intelligent aliens. This is when he saw his measurements spike. The signal lasted for 72 seconds, the longest period of time it could possibly be measured by the array that Ehman was using. It was loud and appeared to have been transmitted from a place no human has gone before, in the constellation Sagittarius near a star called Tau Sagittarii 120 light-years away. Ehman wrote the words "wow" on the original printout of the signal, thus its title as the wow signal. All attempts to locate the signal again have failed, leading to much controversy and mystery about its origins and its meaning. In 2017, a team of researchers suggested the signal was a then unidentified comet, but of course, many people still won't accept that as a valid explanation. Number 9. Where is Jimmy Hoffa? The Teamster Union leader, known for his involvement in organized crime, disappeared in Oakland County, Michigan on July 30th, 1975, and he's now presumed to be dead. The identity of his abductors and the whereabouts of his body are ongoing mysteries. Police and forensic anthropologists have searched a number of sites in Detroit and Oakland County to no avail. A number of private investigators have also taken the search, but again, still to no avail. One popular theory was that Hoffa's body was buried beneath Giant Stadium in New Jersey. However, in one very amusing episode of the Mythbusters, this theory has been debunked. Before his death in 2006, Richard the Iceman Kuklinski, a hitman, claimed to have killed Hoffa and dumped his body in a scrapyard. An author named Philip Carlo visited Kuklinski in prison before he died and wrote a book on Kuklinski's confessions. After the book came out, a number of police officers cast doubt on the confession in media interviews. As the years go by, it appears increasingly unlikely that Hoffa's remains will ever be found. Number 8. The Beale Ciphers. The Beale Ciphers are a set of 3 ciphertexts that supposedly reveal the location of one of the grandest buried treasures in U.S. history. That being thousands of pounds of gold, silver, and jewels worth roughly $43 million as of 2017. The treasure was originally obtained by a mysterious man named Thomas Jefferson Beale in 1818 while prospecting in Colorado. Of the 3 ciphertexts, only the second one has been cracked. Interestingly enough, the U.S. Declaration of Independence turned out to be the key. That's even more curious given that Beale shares his name with the author of the Declaration of Independence. The cracked text does reveal the county where the treasure was buried, Bedford County, Virginia, but its exact location is likely encrypted in one of the other uncracked ciphers. To this day, treasure hunters, often illegally, scour the Bedford County hillsides digging for the loot. Number 7. The Oak Island Money Pit. The hunt for the hidden treasure on Oak Island has been going on for 200 years, and it seems that to this day nobody knows where it actually is. Without a single return and conflicting theories of what hunters are actually looking for, the so-called Money Pit in Nova Scotia is one of the most incredible self-perpetuating goose chases in the world. But how did it all begin, really? Well, in 1795, a teenager named Daniel McGinnis found an oval-shaped recession in the ground on the island. With little evidence that there was anything to be discovered, McGinnis started digging in the area, and subsequently hit wooden planks every 10 feet. The discovery of the planks led McGinnis and his friends to believe the pit was man-made, and they began what would become a long-standing tradition of treasure seeking in the area. Whether the pit is a natural sinkhole, a booby-trapped pit filled with gems, or one of the world's greatest follies may forever remain a mystery. In 2010, a final treasure hunt was initiated, found nothing, and the government passed the Oak Island Act, banning all commercial treasure hunting on the island. Number 6. The SHUGBOROUGH Inscription. In the grounds of SHUGBOROUGH Hall in Staffordshire, England, sits an 18th century monument known as the Shepherd's Monument. The monument contains a relief depicting a copy of a Nicholas Poussin painting, and a ciphertext that has stumped historians and decoders for over hundreds of years. What is the meaning of this outwardly simple 10-letter text? Why was it carved into the monument? Was it a declaration of undying love, a code to locate something, or a biblical reference? While the meaning of the SHUGBOROUGH inscription has never been verified, there have been several theories as to what it means. The mysterious inscription that is yet to be decoded is located beneath the relief and contains the letters OUOSVAVV. Framing these 8 letters at a slightly lower level are the letters DM. So cryptic is the ciphertext that it became a feature in the international bestseller The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail by Michael Bagent, Richard Lee and Henry Lincoln, and Dan Brow's historical thriller The Da Vinci Code. Many of the world's greatest minds have tried to crack the code and failed, including Charles Dickens and Charles Darwin. Number 5. The Georgia Guidestones. The Georgia Guidestone, something referred to as the American Stonehenge, is a granite monument erected in Elbert County, Georgia in 1979. The stones are engraved in 8 languages: English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian, each relaying 10 new commandments for an age of reason. The stones also line up with certain astronomical features. Though the monument contains no encrypted messages, its purpose and origin remain shrouded in mystery. They were commissioned by a man who was yet to be properly identified, who went by the pseudonym of R.C. Christian. Of the 10 commandments, the first one is perhaps the most controversial: maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Many have taken it to be a license to cull the human population down to the specified number, and critics of the stones have called for them to be destroyed. Some conspiracy theorists even believe they may have been designed by a Luciferian secret society, calling for a new world order. Did you actually know that this was actually an inspiration for The Purge? Okay, actually, I made that last one up, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at this point with The Purge. Number 4. The Fate of the Ark of the Covenant. In 587 BC, a Babylonian army under King Nebuchadnezzar II conquered Jerusalem, sacking the city and destroying the First Temple, a building used by the Jewish people to worship God. The First Temple contained the Ark of the Covenant, probably the most well-known ancient religious artifact, which carried tablets recording the 10 Commandments. The fate of the Ark is unclear. Ancient sources indicate that the Ark was either carried back to Babylon or hidden before the city was captured. It's also possible that the Ark was destroyed during the city's sacking. In any event, the Ark's location is unknown. Since its disappearance, a number of stories and legends about the Ark's fates have been told. One story suggests the Ark eventually made its way to Ethiopia, where it is kept today. Despite their continued claims to have the Ark stored away in the catacombs of the Chapel of the Tablet, no one seems to have seen it. The only person who is allowed to see the artifact is the Guardian of the Covenant, the appointed guard of the Ark. Whether or not the Ark truly resides beneath the chapel, the site still draws thousands of pilgrims each year, who come and view the chapel from outside the red fence that keeps the faithful on the perimeter. Number 3. TAMAM SHUD. Considered to be one of Australia's most profound mysteries, the TAMAM SHUD case revolves around an unidentified man found dead in December of 1948 on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. Aside from the fact that the man could never be identified, the mystery deepened after a tiny piece of paper with the words TAMAM SHUD was found in a hidden pocket sewn within the dead man's trousers. The phrase translates as ended or finished, and is a phrase used on the last page of a collection of poems called the Rubaiyat, or Omar Khayyam. According to the mystery, a copy of Khayyam's collection was later found that contained a scribbled code in it believed to have been left by the dead man himself. Due to the content of the Khayyam poem, many have come to believe that the message may represent a death note of sorts, but it remains uncracked, as does the case. Now it's time for today's best pick. Today's best pick is probably the most puzzling riddle of all, so get your tinfoil hats on and get ready to beam up, because we're talking about UFOs next, baby. Number 2. UFO phenomena. UFO sightings have been reported throughout recorded history and in various parts of the world, raising questions about life on other planets and whether extraterrestrials have visited Earth. The first well-known UFO sightings occurred in 1947, when businessman Kenneth Arnold claimed to see a group of 9 high-speed objects near Mount Rainier in Washington while flying his own small plane. Arnold estimated the speed of the crescent-shaped objects as several thousand miles per hour and said they moved like saucers skipping on water. In the newspaper report that followed, it was mistakenly stated that the objects were saucer-shaped, hence the term flying saucer. On that same year, the Roswell incident happened, and everything just seemed to blow up from there. Many have forwarded theories as to what these things are and where they came from. Some say they are from beings not of this earth, while others say they are extra-dimensional beings, living in a parallel universe next to ours. Others say that it's all a government-propagated hoax to cover up the fact that they've been secretly developing new aircraft. But until any of those theories are proven, UFOs will still remain one of the biggest mysteries on Earth. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1. The VOYNICH Manuscript. Named after the Polish-American antiquarian bookseller Wilfred M. Voynich, who acquired it in 1912, the VOYNICH manuscript is a detailed 240-page book written in a language or script that is completely unknown. Its pages are also filled with colorful drawings of strange diagrams, odd events, and plants that do not seem to match any known species, adding to the intrigue of the document and the difficulty of deciphering it. Carbon dating has revealed that its pages were made between 1404 and 1438, but its original author and its purpose remain unknown to this day. Many of the pictures of herbs and plants hint that it may have been some kind of textbook for an alchemist. The fact that many diagrams appear to be of astronomical origin, combined with the unidentifiable biological drawings, has even led some fanciful theorists to propose that the book may have an alien origin. One thing that most theorists agree on is that the book is unlikely to be a hoax, given the amount of time, money, and detail that would have been required to make it. Which puzzling mystery intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want to watch more videos on the mysterious? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.